Good old Union Station. A dismal and despondent darkness has descended upon Toronto. The only light and hope and peace being good old. Yo, so Young and Dundas, which hello. I should probably greet you fucking fags, right? Now that I'm swearing and bipolar and baked. Guys, I use the word fags in Toronto because it's fag city, fags. So now, what is a fag? It could be a free artistic. Anyway, so what it is, it's a word. I was just telling these people over here who think I'm insane that, well, I suppose we were talking about just things in general. Guys, Toronto used to be called Hog City, hog, as in pigs. Now, people remark on the fact that I am given to outburst in other languages and things. Am Shcheras Vani Lucifer is very troop Stalin porosity organization. So apparently I sound must be I. Here's the thing. The whole thing is okay, so can we have some agreement on basic assumptions, guys? So now, I think therefore I am. This thing is wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just some guy. I'm shit, by the way. I don't consider myself even up to the level of an insect, guys. Insects are beautiful. So remember, this is my position. Like shit. You guys, like if I could help one of you guys out, I would do anything if I could actually create a good outcome for a person in here. This is what I live for. And of course, I've exhausted it all. I've given away just in 2 months I've been here. I've probably given away 10 to 50,000 grand worth of stuff. Like the stuff I'm wearing, like this shit is all free shit. You'll be like, free shit? Yeah, these people, these evil drug people who go out and steal shit, most of them who actually do that kind of crap, they end up in jail and or hurt real bad because they steal shit from people, and then those people will fucking stop, put an end to that thing. Now, if you actually, easy come, easy go, karma, right? Everyone knows. You go out and you do drugs and steal something or whatever, so there's still valuable stuff all over the town. It's like, are you gonna go under a bridge though and fucking hustle some dude potentially, or some guy's so high you give him $5 and he's like, yeah, get rid of it and whatever, weird stuff is inexplicable. Anyway, it's inexplicable. To talk about it is it's like a breach of decorum. Anyway, so I'm lecturing these people, sorry to say, and it's what I used to do really bad. Guys, I'm happy to hear it, dear user. So I should greet you. I used to greet you, I don't know, this whole thing of art for the artist or art for the freaking audience, what does it mean? It's all nonsense. It's all just rubbish. It's all rubbish. The whole thing would be something like this person I would like to track down. His name is Michael Oram, Oram. You could probably find him on YouTube. He's a virtuoso pianist. Saying that once again is just words, something that sounds cool. The dude is a virtuoso. The guy basically gave me, scared me. My client Steve scared me when he told me the extent of his depravity and whatever, I don't know what to say. He built $100 grand a month business. Let's just put it this way. That's more or less what it is, because that's his high point, and that's the way you roll. So he's doing $100 grand, or did $100 grand in a month or whatever, but he just did this in 10 months. This is what it is. So guys, first of all, sales is not about you giving someone something and taking their money. This whole thing, it's just, once again, law of opposites. I suppose one of its predicates would be that what we think we know is the opposite of what is. Always. It seems impossible. How can that be? So that's what happens. What happens is you know something and you need to become convinced that the opposite is reality, and once you grab onto that thing, then it's not the opposite going back to reverting as to before. It's just something in a new level. So the thing that it's impossible to understand is this: it's not a zero-sum game universe, guys. Zero-sum game is like basically the thing that is the root of materialism. So it's like I want stuff, and there are 6 billion people, and we all want stuff, and so there are limited. Like first of all, it's not limited at all. Like even looking at it like that, there's plenty to go around, and I don't know what to say. So once again, we start going around in circles. I didn't even want to talk about any of this. I just wanted to talk about something, and I don't even know what that was, because bipolar and baked. What's baked? I don't even know what baked is. I haven't slept. So I roll tobacco. And look at these nice things I just like happened upon. They were on like a railing in the rain. People think I'm a thief or something. Yo, but these are things that first, I'll just, like, you can strangle someone with these things. Strangling. Yo, so that's Tom Green stuff right there. It's funny stuff, right? So, but these things are like incredible. They're like silver, like they're metallic. They're metal. This is metal. And then they're two different colors. So you think one of the things is missing. Now these cords, this is like basically a rope, and it's also encapsulated in plastic. So now, this kind of thing to a supposed survivalist is a very cool thing. Yo, guys, survivalism is huge. And here's the thing. You need to actually just go onto the internet and figure out how to make money on it or do something on it. Guys, passion equals niche. Success is for suckers, winning is for losers. Okay, this whole thing is outdated. Right now, everyone is so overloaded with so much to do and so many problems, as well as so many ideas. It's all overload. You get up and you tackle this thing. That's the name of the game. It's army style. It's like you get up and you have a 1 or 2 hour routine. This is one of the things I've come up with over the last couple of months, and it has been in itself, once again, sufficient. Me meeting my client/mentor, whatever the hell that is. I'm the guy who comes up with this thing, which is that your client can kill you. This is a good reason not to have a business. This is it. When you work for someone, it's just total nonsense. And complaining about this thing, it doesn't make any sense, in the sense of it's just a minor distraction. Your boss is like happy as long as you keep him happy, and as long as you don't make him look bad. Now, this is a key thing if you want to go up this corporate ladder. My brother's actually a corporate ninja. He works at Goldman Sachs. He drives he actually does drive, like Ali.Zaidi, ZAIDI at gs.com. Okay, so DB is Deutsche Bank, by the way, .com. And they're fucking fags, like Citibank and Goldman. They're basically empires. Empires all do the same thing. I think Noam Chomsky has purposely left a little gap in this thing of his, which is, just read one of his books, one of his essays, watch one of his speeches. You'll get all of it. This fucking 92-year-old man will just do a fucking Picasso on your ass in 2 fucking secs, And then you like, person who doesn't know what the deal is and has, it's like this thing, like there's different variations of this thing, this meme. Monty Python has this joke that when once told, you'll laugh to death, guys. And so it becomes obviously weaponized. And you see soldiers running across with earphones and earplugs, and they're telling a joke. And it's like, suddenly like the Union Station becomes like this thriving metropolis. But no, this is very chilled out. Union Station is, I suppose, the showpiece of Toronto. As far as I'm concerned, like, you get on the UP, you go to the airport, you come back. I don't know about the airport. I don't even fly that. I was like on a fucking plane last month, by the way. This thing, Swoosh, it's pretty good. Like, it's WestJet. It's like, basically you can travel around for like a couple $100. Basically, $200-300. You can fly like coast to coast if you really want to. It's shit in terms of like putting up with all this crap, and you've got all these restrictions. And the best way to travel, of course, is taking the bus, I suppose. You can read and sleep and just relax and enjoy the view. All right, so it's this whole thing. Okay, rambling digressions. So I'm in the best shape of my life. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, would lecture people about their indulgences. He would eat bread. If you served him more than one thing, he would refuse the other things of this nature. Now, when questioned about this thing, he said, Allah has made it mandatory upon real leaders to live at the level of the poorest in society. So then a generation later, Imam Hassan, peace be upon him, his son, was, as I suppose, parading around in full regalia, which would be a nice robe or some nice thing. And some Syrian dude who'd been brainwashed like the ISIS people, essentially. Although Syria is a good place, of course. It's just like the center point. According to Islamic revelations, guys, Putin wins as far as I can tell. Russia wins, this is for sure. Or at least, well, yeah, I mean, they win. I don't know what to tell you guys. They've won the Arctic, and the Arctic is going to give them the world. And that's game over. And everyone thinks it's China or some of these tiger economies or some bullshit. COVID? I don't know what to say. I'm not wearing a mask, or rather, I am wearing a mask, and I have backup masks. Now what? Now you fucking fags will know that I do take this thing seriously. Now I'm being silly. I'm very tired, and I've charged my phone. Shit, I should be charging this damn thing. I should be outside doing something useful. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Anyway, I was talking about something useful, and what it is this. Yo, I'm in great shape right now. I'm very skinny. My wife would be extremely upset if this slutty little bitch would actually answer the call and not play emotional games. However, that is the definition of love. Definition of love is essentially two things and no others. Emotional dependency, mental manipulation. That's what it is. That's what love is. Love, I mean, so let's just put it this way. Latest findings. Love without duty is shit. Just like talk minus action is shit. Which is like the guy from Dead on Arrival in his book or whatever. He knew my friend Sonny, and this is what he taught Sonny, and he signed Sonny's book. Talk minus action is shit. Sonny's the guy who looks like Tom Araya from Slayer. He looks like this dude. I've seen him play. He's like Tom Araya from Slayer, but obviously, I've never hung out with Tom Araya from Slayer, but I mean, he's not Sonny, right? He's not my friend. My friend's like one of the nicest guys in the world. Tom Araya from Slayer, obviously, he's a fucking Nazi, right? Is this not obvious to you fags? The Satanic Wehrmacht. Satanic fucking Wehrmacht. So now, European Union, 90 presidents, 90. Okay, fascist fucking regime equals EU. This thing of La Cosa Nostra, first of all, it's all law of opposites. So, again, you don't know it exists, the European Union, as a threat, let alone what it is. I don't know what it is. I just heard this thing, and then I put all these things together. So Putin, Harab al-Sin bil-Hind. Harab al-Hind bis-Sin, Harab al-Sin bil-Rus. This is Islamic revelations. My pastor, or my wife's pastor, was interested in revelations, he says. He says every scripture should have revelations and prophecy, or something like this. Prophecy and, something like this. The chapter of Rome starts by predicting the resurgence of Persia, or something like this, or the fall of the Persian Empire in 10 years, something like this. Although, I mean, any kind of historian would say, or futurist, or revisionist, or some fucking ist. Like, isms are like shit, and ists are also shit, I suppose, like fascists. Anyway, fascism and totalitarianism, it's all Nietzsche. It's like, guys, just be nice and have fun, right? Just be good. What you need to do is clear yourself, right? Clear yourself. So, I've been singing and shouting and skating, and I haven't slept properly for days because I'm doing a stream. I'm sorry, I'm just like doing random shots. I'm not filming anyone. Like, you guys are all on camera. It shouldn't matter that some random stranger has just like got his phone out and you're walking into his frame, right? basically. He is actually conceptualizing a movie called Torontopia with a follow-up called Scarberia, just because it's free shit, and you just walk around with cameras and people and just shoot scenes, and there's all these amazing fucking spots throughout the city and all this amazing shit, because Toronto's the shit. Guys, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm at 15 minutes. I did want to tie some stuff up. I'm too tired to walk around. I should be charging this thing. I suppose 15 minutes looks good. So we'll see you later, Union Station. Yada yada. Comment, dislike, like, whatever. My purpose is to essentially, this would be a form of documentation as a train security guard. That's SOTU. I'm joking. If it's not documented, it didn't happen. And then that's what that is. That's all it is. So document. Okay, then read and then write down what you have read, or write and then read what you've written. These are both of them are impossible things. They're both impossible. To do them both would be some kind of superhuman feat. Tell me you did. I don't care. Like, you can leave a comment or not. Some people do, and I'm usually blown away by the things. And like in my heyday, I was getting PhD level fucking interactions and people being like, yo, he's right, atheist is the wrong word, agnostic is the right word. Yo, atheism is agnosticism. Okay, is this not clear? I mean, they are awesome, by the way. Atheists, most intelligent people, check. Like some of the fucking, most brave and courageous, courage of their convictions. Yo, just try and like stand up to someone like your mom and dad and say this whole thing, this custard pudding fucking, tradition is total shit. First of all, veganism is the thing to do, or whatever, right? So you'll get in trouble for being a vegan, but then I suppose everyone's out here has been through all of this stuff. What I've understood is, even though I was raised in Scotland, okay, and I've had white friends, and most of my friends, like from one place, are Russian, or whatever that means. And I'm the guy who figured out Putin's gonna win, and it corresponds with an Islamic saying, Haraba Sind bil Hind. Sind is Pakistan, Hind is India. Haraba Hind bis Sin. Sin is China. Haraba Sin bil Rus. So India's gonna swallow up Pakistan. India will be swallowed up by China. And Putin is gonna walk in, after he's done the Arctic move. What's the Arctic move? It's done. Here's what it is. He has 40 icebreakers. 40. They cost $1 billion, just like Uncle Larry's yacht that he used to win the America's Cup trophy. He built this thing with BMW. Larry Ellison, longest standing CEO in Silicon Valley, surfacing like a fucking Leviathan. 60 years. Yo, CEO with 2 co-presidents. He had Mark Hurd from HP running this thing. Whatever he was doing, I suppose. And he used to make fun of HP's board for firing Mark Hurd. Why would they fire some dude who took them from 60 to 100 billion over some secretary or some bull? You see how petty people are. Some board director's probably in love with some girl and that girl started working for some. That's how it is. Who cares? Yo, the guy, as long as he wasn't an axe murderer, as far as I'm concerned, that would be the thing. This guy has like basically created a country. Essentially, taking something from 60 to 100 billion. Anyway, I gotta go. This is silly. Now we're at 18 minutes, and so, I'll do the 20-minute thing. So let's shoot for a nice wrap up. So now, there's many. What can I say? Thought structures. I used to write them down. I used to write books. I've got like all these things that I'm going to be documenting, and I suppose part of that process is these videos. So, at the end of the day, it's all Friedrich Nietzsche. God is dead and we have killed him, and we will never be able to wash the blood off our hands. Okay, that's the whole statement. God is dead and we have killed him, and we will never be able to wash the blood off our hands. Now, God is not your imaginary friend, or a man with a beard, or a woman with a beard, or some bearded thing. Whatever, like, it's the church. This is what it is, okay? Church has been replaced by a moral vacuum, which has produced totalitarianism, which is fucking fascism and Nazism and communism. That's why we got commies are back and Doug Ford is a Nazi. So I'm sorry to say Nietzsche is everything. You don't understand. The statement's unfolding. He predicted, some say World War II, some say he caused it. Some say, like myself, I say some people say because this is what they must say. Hitler was his number one student, and he was either fucking just like some kind of genius or just beyond, so no one can. How are you gonna judge whether someone is more or less intelligent than you to begin with? I mean, I suppose if you observe someone's buffoonery over time or their actions or something, some way of quantifying intelligence. However, when you're talking about someone like Nietzsche or someone who's a genius, Einstein, who would dare suppose what Einstein might be thinking at a given point in time? And by the way, it might be something banal like, yo, custard pie would be great right now or whatever. Actually, a donut would be just fucking smashing if I could just find a donut and not be force fed like all kinds of sugar. I've been eating lots of sugar and I don't like it, regardless of how skinny I am or how thick I am. I'm going through my Buddha phase. There's this movie called Buddha phase, meaning like you're like, screw this shit. Right, I'm 45. I don't care if I look 25 or 35. Okay, as long as I don't look over 45. That's my whole thing. The rest of it is shit. I don't care. Like, so this whole thing of success, who's got time for this fucking thing? You've got to take care of what is on your plate and optimize that. Like, that project is not going to happen ever. You know this, obviously, right? Success? What is success? You're paying your fucking bills. You're talking. Yo, same kind of people are talking about how technology separates you. They don't have Twitter accounts. They don't go on Facebook. They're like blah, blah, blah. They don't say hi to people. Yo, everybody's sucking eggs. I'm sucking eggs too. I get into fights, and I get judged and like sworn at and thrown off things and on things and all this shit. So then once in a while I'll make a video. So here it is. 22 minutes, good enough for me. Over now. Union Station, Flag City for life.